When it comes to you operating as a consultant, you have a choice of either registering yourself as an individual or registering your consultancy as a company. For example, I could operate as Pamina Soinena, and so when I'm sending my proposals, I indicate my name, and even the payment details, they go to my name. Or you can operate as I am right now operating as corporate staffing services. This is the HR consultancy firm that I run with my other two partners. So here, there's Pamina Soinena, who's separate, who's an individual, and there's corporate staffing services as a registered consultancy firm. And I've seen the advantages when it comes to you registering your consultancy as a company. And the major advantage is that people or clients, they take you seriously. Because if someone sends you a proposal and you look at the proposal and it comes from a Pamina Soinena, it's very different from a company. So in this market, I've seen that in many cases, clients, sometimes they belittle individual consultants, the ones who operate with their name, as opposed to a company. Because a company, they don't know whether you are 10 of you, they don't know whether you have 20 staff, they don't know whether you are 100 of you. At face value, they can't be able to judge you. But when you hear that someone is operating on their own, sometimes, it's just even like a doctor. If you visit a doctor and they have their own tiny office somewhere separate in town, it's a very different experience from someone telling you, I'm a doctor and I operate from Aga Khan or I operate from Nairobi Hospital. There's more confidence when it's an institution that is involved. So in today's video, I'm going to answer this question of how then do you register a consultancy firm in Kenya? When it comes to registering a consultancy firm, it's not any different from the way we register a normal company. So the process and the steps I'm going to share with you, they're very similar to you registering a company. Because a consultancy firm is just that it's the nature of the business, which is different from another business. Otherwise, it's a company by itself. So what steps then do you need to take? Step number one is ensure that you have a ready name. So you have a name for your consultancy firm. And the more closer it is to what you do, the better. So if you're in HR consultancy, if you can have something which is similar, such that when someone hears of that name, they can associate it with the service that you're offering. That would really help. Goes without saying, you must also have your ID, you must also have your email address and even postal address. The bare minimum. What do you want to call your consultancy? Then your official documents. After you've done that, then you need to open an ECitizen account. Why? Unlike in the olden days where it will be paper, you'll be chasing the registration around with papers. Nowadays, we don't do that. Thank God the government has digitized their services and now company registration happens online. So open an ECitizen account. After you do that, they will require you to pay a small amount for name search and reservation. The last time I checked, it was 50 shillings for you to pay for the name search and reservation. Even when you know that the name has not been taken up by another person, they still require you to pay that 50 shillings because it's a process. It's the start of the process. Now, if the name comes out that it hasn't been taken by another entity or individual, then you can go to the next step, which is you being able to fill in and lodge in the company registration documents. And here, what does the ECitizen require of you? You need to provide the details of the directors. And here, this is where we are saying some changes taking place. My time when you are registering, you could not register a company of one. But today, there's nothing that prevents you from having a single director as a company. So you don't have to include your children, you don't have to include your spouse, you don't have to include someone else. You can have a company where you are the only director. So provide the details of the director. If you are more than one, that's still okay. Then the next thing they'll ask about is the nominal capital. Here in Kenya, you normally see the minimum that I see many people indicating consultants, startups is 100,000. So nominal capital means, I don't want to confuse you, it just means what capital do you require to start your business. So 100,000 is the minimum, and so indicate 100,000. After you indicate that, then you need to pay stamp duty, which is based on the nominal capital, and it's a very, very small amount. So in this case, if your nominal capital is 100,000, you pay something tiny. Then you need to provide the memorandum and articles of association, because legally the company is separate from you. So as such, you need a memorandum and articles of association. When you talk about memorandum, is what is the company involved with? So if it's HR consultancy, I'll be able to say, oh, we offer HR consultancy, we offer labor outsourcing, we offer training services. So I can include as many services as possible. When it comes to articles of association, these ones address how are you going to operate your organization, especially if you have more than one director. So when are you going to have meetings? How will you change the ownership of the organization? How does someone become a shareholder? How does someone become a director? So all those information, you include it in the articles of association. After you've done that, you've lodged in the document, all of them have to be uploaded, then you pay the registration fee. After paying the registration fee, then the registrar of company has to approve. They have to look at the memorandum, the articles, the nominal capital. They have to ensure that the stamp duty is paid. So when you've done all that, again, the system is online, then they'll approve and you can be able to download your certificate, and now you'll be ready to do business. But there's one more step that you still have to undertake, and this is generating a PIN from KRA. So before then, you'd have to go with the business registration and go to KRA, iTax, and fill the details. But what I've seen now, on ECitizen, they've upgraded such that all you need to do is when your certificate is out, they'll actually prompt you. Do you want to apply for a PIN? Are you ready to apply for a PIN? And if you say yes, you just click a button, and then KRA will automatically, they'll connect you to KRA, and KRA will ask you a few details, and then they'll produce the certificate, the PIN certificate, and you don't have even to visit KRA offices. So there you have it. Registering a consultancy firm in Kenya, it's not a complicated process, but I would still recommend that you use the services of an advocate, a lawyer, especially because of these things like memorandum and the articles of association. And then again, if you're looking to be a consultant, if you're looking for other people to seek your services, because you're an expert, you also need to seek the services of other experts. That way you'll be able to shorten the period. So I know of many lawyers out there who can charge you a small amount, as small as 25,000, to be able to facilitate this process. If you're ready to become a consultant, then that's the process it takes for you to register your consultancy firm, to make it legal, so that now you can be able to represent yourself out there. So thank you for watching this video. I have many more videos coming up on how to start a consultancy firm, how to be successful in terms of you getting clients, how to go pricing. So if you do want to receive more information and advice which is relevant to our Kenyan market, please subscribe, and I'll see you during the next video. Thank you very much.